WSNR or its management.
This is AM 620 WSNR, Jersey City.
1, 2, 3. Do you want someone who makes your voices heard, who understands and listens to your every word? Someone who can advocate for your community, someone who believes in equal opportunity.
Uncle Heshy, Uncle Heshy,
Vote for Flappy Squirrel and Uncle Heshy. They're the best candidates for you and me. Together they'll bring peace and prosperity to the whole physical Brooklyn. Just you wait and see. Let's go down to all those voting booths. Every vote counts, yes, it's up to you. And vote for Flapper School and Uncle Heshy, the greatest district leader for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Just Enough Heshy Show. Z was making a comment how he
every time that song gets you, you're like, oh, that
awesome.
song.
I love that song.
And listen, I'm going to win the election soon, so you won't have to hear it
I just
anymore.
want you to know something. I'm walking around town, and I am seeing your little, your flyers and your bumper stickers everywhere I look.
Good.
And I'm like, good for him.
I love it.
It's really-
It's so funny. There was one in front of my house.
All over the place.
Yeah, there's
randomly.
one in front of my house. I looked and I was like, did anybody else see the sign? They're like, what sign? I'm like, how do you not see it? It's right in front of the house.
You want to know why? Because everything in New York just gets filtered in with you don't focus on anything you hear. Nobody's hot.
It was
Like, you just
red. I
hear
was like, how did you
noise,
miss this?
see
It's just a big
stuff.
picture of
Some
Heshy.
people-
How do you miss
I
it?
got you. I love you. Some
You paid
people rip
attention
some
to every
down.
sign. You'd be reading every second.
I
as you
love you.
walk.
We have a big show tonight. Z's got a lot to talk about.
Oh,
He's a
boy.
lot to complain about. But I'm going to fight with Z. I'm going to tell you
Go
in a
for
minute why I'm in a big fight with Z.
You
And
are
his buddy, what's your buddy that calls in with the guns who screams at me all the time?
Elkie?
Elkie. I'm going to teach him a lesson tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. You saw that video, Esther. We're going to scream at them together.
I don't think it's a real video.
Yeah, well, then Z will have to determine that.
You'll have
Anyways,
to hold out the video to the screen
You
so
got
everyone
it.
can see it. I
SD,
suppose.
in the meantime, let's start the show and let's see who's helping
Yeah.
us.
Okay. We have Soft Fusion Inc. They're a software development company that can propel your business to new heights. They've been doing this for 15 years, and they can help streamline your business and make things way easier in the software department. You can call them for a free consultation at 718-215-9800. We have Pescata Carne. They're a wonderful meat restaurant. They have things like duck, handmade gnocchi, and skirt steak. They're located at 509 Avenue P. And they also have a dairy restaurant, Pescata, New York. They are located at 1776 Ocean
Comes
Avenue.
in very handy this week because
Ooh.
we're all hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
meat,
they
we
won't
need
let, they
dairy.
won't let us come.
We need dairy.
They're
'cause
packed.
I'm sure this week.
And we
probably
begged
packed.
you to come Z twice. Tell them.
No, you only come when I'm not here.
Does that make sense to you, Esther? Does that make sense?
It's very random, or maybe if we
Okay.
have guests.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, they have great Belgian waffles. There's shallot salmon, amazing. You got to try them. We have Orchidia, also it's very packed. So, but you better make a reservation before you show up. But during the day at the lunch buffet, I went today. It was very quiet. It was nice. It wasn't too much. I had a great meal. They have a lunch buffet from 12 to 3 every day, including coffee and tea, $25 per person.
Where they're located?
They're located at 4815 12th Avenue. You just do that to test me. Okay, so and then we have for anybody who's going away for Shabbos Nachmu, we have AOJS. It's kind of a scientist convention. They also have Zusha playing there, a bunch of really amazing activities that they're going to have there. You can go to Nachamu, Nachamu 2018.com. Nachamu 2018. They have 200 singles and 200 couples.
Very
So
nice.
everyone's included, and it's a very nice place, very well organized. Like I know some of these places you go to, and there's no till you get your room can take hours. My uncle runs this. Very prompt. You go there, you get your room. He's so organized. That's one of the main things. What his events are so amazing. And then, of course, if you need any emotional help or support or inspiration, you can email me at changepain@gmail.com. I can help you work out I'm working on a 10-step program to help people get consciousness and gain control over their lives.
How's business?
Great.
You have people calling you?
Yeah.
Really?
I know, right? Surprising? No?
I think you should record those sessions and sell them.
That's illegal.
Z, that's bad, Z.
You can call me at 347-687-9995, and I'll try to help you get through whatever it is you're
One
dealing
more time.
with.
What's that number, Esther?
347-687-7995.
Or changepain.com.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yes.
We also have Chamula Jewelers. Come visit their location at 944 Kings Highway. Chamula Jewelers is a family-owned business for over 40 years, specializing in diamond engagement rings, eternity bands, and diamond jewelry. Or just bring your old jewelry in for redesign or freshen up for a new look. Chamula Jewelers. We've got the sparkle for you. Again, visit them today at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Again, 718-336-1980. Of course, we have TTStyles.com. That's TEETEESTYLES.com. That's Tehila Tishla, TEHILA at TEETEESTYLES.com. She does wigs, makeups, private appointments, great prices, or you can just call her at 718-675-6842, 718-675-6842. Call her. Her prices are great. Her wigs, her jobs, her licenses, all in place. Give her a call. You'll have a very good experience with Tehila. And check out her website, and you'll see all the stuff that she does, and it's wonderful. Of course, we have Green Line Building Solutions. We help you with plans and permits. We help you with stop work orders, vacate orders. We help you with code compliance. We go to ECB court for you for violations. We help owners show them how to get into compliance with their violations. We expedite for the DOB, the FDNY, and the DEP. We do settlements with the Department of Finance and do FDNY criminal tickets, and we also specialize lately in evictions. So we're located in Borough Park at 5318 16th Avenue, the corner of 54th Street and 16th Avenue. Again, 5318 16th Avenue, the corner of 16th Avenue, Borough Park. And you can go for private appointments at 718-871-0382, 718-871-0382. And of course, Esther, I have the, I don't know if Z and you saw it. I made a commercial for China Glot. Did you see that?
Hello.
Oh, God, I want to know.
So the commercial didn't officially come out, but what they did was they took parts of my commercial. My commercial's coming out, but they took parts of my commercial.
Already the 9 days.
Right, and they compared me to the old one. So they did like Yoili versus Heshy. Who did better? I think I did better. Everybody, I had like...
I'd vote for you.
I had 20,000 hits on one side, 15,000 on the other, 500 over there.
Yeah, actually, at Orchidea, she was like, "Oh, I heard Heshy's going around looking for a 9 days menu. Here's the Orchidea menu.
Well,
Give this to him so we can find
you
it."
See, everybody was making fun of it, and I'm telling you, it went viral, and I'm telling everybody liked my thing. So you should all know that China Glot, it has a 9-day menu, so you can go get your Fleischig's fill at China Glot. How? Because they cover you with a full selection of fish, vegetarian, mock meat, and chicken dishes.
I love mock meat. I should try it.
It's also a China Glot is a premier Chinese restaurant.
They don't do like an hourly CM or something?
I don't.
I think a lot of places are doing
but
that.
China Glot is a premier Chinese restaurant. They're located in the heart of Borough Park at 4413 13th Avenue. And if it's a flavor-friendly staff, which is important to you. So you make sure to check them out. You can check them up at ChinaGlot.com, ChinaGlatt.com. You can make a reservation at calling them at 718-438-2576. Again, 718-438-2576. They're packed right now. Make appointments. I'm telling you, I sat there, and even on my video, you can make fun, but I ate their dishes.
No, that's amazing.
I'm telling you, I
Please,
swallowed
people know
it.
China Glot. It's amazing.
It is amazing. He makes his own rolls. I was just going right after the stuff one after
Like,
another.
I know most of the workers since childhood. They're still there.
They're great.
Yeah.
Now, Esty, if they want to call into the show, what number do they call into?
Oh, man. I should know this by heart, but I'm so spacey.
718
303-9090.
Thank you, Esther. Call into the show at 718-303-9090. You can ask Z, me, Esty, any question you want.
Almost.
Or you can click on youtube.com.
No, they can ask any question they want as long as there's no cursing. We might not answer.
Right. And also, you can check us out at Just Enough Heshy at YouTube. You can check out our videos later. It's streaming live on YouTube right now. You can check it out later. By the way, Z, you missed a great show with Naftali Moster last week. We were knocking him. He was fighting back. We had a nice conversation about...
Someone was telling me about it. They really liked that there was a balance between back and forth. They did not like the interrupting.
Well, they didn't like that we gave Naftali a podium.
A platform to... he's the one that's advocating for schools to have better education in the really religious schools.
Also to have gay...
No. What he literally said that's not what he's there for.
So then what? All I know is then you better look over his
he just wanted
and his legislation.
No, he wanted just like social studies, basic New York history,
he wanted more.
And science, which they're not pro.
And also, we're not into the physical classes and stuff. We don't have to do everything.
They can learn science without it being biology, which I wish my school did not teach
And
biology.
Z, I asked him a simple question. You know, we're not like the public schools. We don't have shootings, zero. We don't have rapes in our yeshivas,
And
zero.
because of the lack of education, that's why.
So he wants to make us like public schools.
No, he doesn't want to make us like public schools
And
at all.
also, those public schools, their grades are not good at all.
Yeah, but at least they have the option to learn. That's
We
all he
have-
wants is to give kids options. You're
we
going
are
to school,
giving-
they're paying them for education, give them something they can use in the real
we're
world.
giving them a nice 3 hours. They don't, and
2
they have
hours.
the 3 hours plus homework. And don't forget to have the
So
Hebrew
you're
studies.
against the idea of giving them a better
No, no,
education?
I know, that's a crazy. It's like,
but-
how could anybody get
But
against
a lot
education?
of
It's
they
like the
are
main
getting,
thing.
they are getting. He wants more classes, more hours, different kinds of classes, and we're doing what is required by the New York State Board of Education, and he just wants more. And I don't know what to say. I'll tell you.
I feel like there should be an option.
I believe there should be options, and
Some
the
people
options are
want more.
run. The options are run
Great.
by the school itself, the principal itself. He makes the curriculum, and that's the way it should be done. And
They
most of
do
them are.
okay, so they do have an option because some yeshivas learn more. But let's say if you're part of the Satmar Hasidus, you're not going to send your kid not to Satmar
But if
because
you're
you'd be
gonna
whatever. So
force-
you don't really have an
If you're
option.
going to force Satmar and Bubba, that means you're going to force all the good yeshivas to follow their education plan or their curriculums or their
They just want them to do slightly up to standard of
Well-
what New York expects of them.
We went through this. We'll have him again in the future. We'll talk about it. Anyways, before we go ahead and let you talk about your Mr. Trump, Z, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
I was watching a video today, and I'm just telling you, I showed it to Esty, that one guy, and I sent it to you, Z, and I just want everybody to see. Maybe it's a fake video, Z, but I'm going to tell you again that I sent it to Z, Esty, and they telling us that they want to put guns in the hands of children.
Okay, I think they're kidding. I think it was a joke video.
Z,
I don't think
is
it's a real
that true,
video.
Z?
I didn't see
You didn't
it.
see it? No? Okay, so basically there's a bunch of people being like, 4-year-olds can't defend themselves. We should give them guns.
Oh yeah, that's a famous going around. It's Sacha Baron Cohen.
It's not-
Is
it's
that
not-
true or
It's
not
not a real
true?
video. It's a joke.
He made it for his show.
Ah,
And
joke.
what about these politicians
So
that spoke on
Their
it?
reaction was real, apparently.
wait, what? They really
He-
believe that?
He pranked them to get them to believe that it was a real thing. That was the whole point of his show, was that he was trying to make it look like it was real, so that way the politicians would buy into it, so we could show them how stupid it is that they would think to even
And
do
they're
that
saying
anyway.
that even
Wow.
to train, and I want you to hear this. I mean, they actually want to have. There are politicians. I want you just to hear this for 1 second, guys. You're gonna love this. I mean, really, Esty, it's like a crazy. One of the politicians is saying simple. Listen to this.
Towards the kindergarten program. We in America would be wise to implement it too. It's something that we should think about in America, about putting guns in the hands of law-abiding citizens, good guys, whether they be teachers or whether they actually be talented children or highly trained preschoolers. Maybe having young.
Did you just hear that?
That's nuts.
Preschoolers. I mean, really, this is a serious politician that want, and it's not only one.
Honestly, I feel like
It's
in war times, they put like 12-year-olds at the battlefield.
We're not
with
talking
their
about
It's
guns.
12
not
years old, we're
wartime.
talking about
4 or
kindergarten.
5 years
There
old.
are some people who teach their
Yeah.
kids that young.
This
Yeah,
is- but
in
this
Gaza,
is-
maybe they teach their
but-
kids
but
that.
you-
Okay,
Yeah,
But
it's
this is
messed
what
up.
that means that they can do it. They're capable.
Esty, this is
Not
what our
normal.
politicians are wasting their time even discussing. I mean, come on, wasting our time to discuss. So now I'm telling you now that these guns
But what's
are
your question?
my question is simple. I want to stop guns completely. They want to put guns in the hands of children. I want to stop
What
guns
does that mean?
altogether.
Stop
But you know what
guns?
is balance.
What
That's
does that
the name of the
mean?
game.
You say stop guns. What does that mean?
That means again, I
Only
believe-
have illegal ones on the street, not legal
even
ones.
legal. And they want to train law-abiding citizens. I want to
Don't we
stop
go through this
everybody.
every time? I keep on explaining to you that you could want to do something all you want, but it doesn't mean that people will listen, and you can make it as illegal as you
Right,
want, but then
right.
people will still have them.
I'm with you, Z. I'm just telling you that guns are bad. And when people start discussing to put okay, you want to say legal guns, past the mental health theft, got you. Now they even
I
consider
feel there should be
some
bigger
idiot said
restrictions.
guns in 4-year-olds. They considered it. Preschoolers, teachers, come on, stop it. They even thought about it, Z, as
Weird
a
stuff's
problem.
happening.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to take some calls in a minute at 718-303-9090. But Z, tell us about your little Trump friend over there.
My
What
little
happened?
Trump run?
Yeah. What happened this week?
Little
He went to go
Trump
meet
friend.
your buddy in Russia, and what did he tell him?
Trump's
Oh,
my buddy.
you better
Putin's
behave
my buddy.
yourself. Well, come on.
Everybody's my buddy.
See, people can just say anything, and it's true just because they say it. Apparently,
I don't know. Did Trump do good this week and last week with England and
He
Russia?
did very good, except until today. He kind of did something a lot of people didn't like, but
Which
I
is?
kind of understood it.
what? What do you do?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't know.
I mean,
That's what you're here for.
you can
Tell
turn
us.
on the news because it's all everyone's talking about.
Okay,
but
so
watches the
basically,
news.
What's your opinion
a
on
lot
it
of
too?
people.
Go ahead.
He had a big meeting with Putin today,
Right.
and as you probably know, a couple of days ago, the United States CIA and intelligence, and this whole investigation with the collusion and the interfering with elections, they indicted a bunch of Russians as part of interfering with elections. And that's what America contends, that Russia was behind interfering with elections. And Trump met with Putin today, and Putin denied it, of course. And he basically got up there and said, I don't believe our own American intelligence. I think that it's all not true, and I believe Putin. That's what he basically said.
You know what? The guy sat with Putin, and Putin told him his answer. And you know what? I believe that they didn't interfere. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are you sorry to tell me?
Robert Mueller's investigating Trump's collusion. He came up with no collusion and found something else.
What you just said is exactly my next point, is that the average American can't seem to understand the difference between interference and collusion. And that's why I contend that even though it was wrong of Trump to say that, I understand where he's coming from, because the second he gets up there and says it's true that my election was interfered with, like you just demonstrated, people will be like, oh, so you colluded. They are completely separate things. Collusion means that Trump and Putin were in on it together, and Trump said, can you help me win this election? Here's what I need you to do. That's called collusion. That's a big problem for Trump, because that's illegal, and that then he didn't really win the election. Interference is what governments do to elections all the time for other countries when they want it to go a certain way, is without anybody telling them to do it or asking them to do it, they just do it because that's how governments work in other big, powerful countries. They want to sway politics. So interference means that Russia decided, you know what? We'll be better off if Hillary loses. We don't like Hillary. Let's help Trump win. So they did a couple small things to, try to influence the election. It wasn't really a big deal. It probably had almost next to no effect on how people voted. And at the end of the day, it wasn't anything special because it happens all the time. But because there was this whole thing that Trump colluded, so the second he would get up there and say, this interference happened, I feel like people would misunderstand that, and he would basically be shooting himself in the foot, because people would be like, aha, you didn't win the election, you colluded, you interfered, and that's not good for Trump's ego, because he doesn't want anybody saying that he didn't win the election 100% because of his own merit. That's what I genuinely feel. And I hear where he's coming from, as you just demonstrated.
What did he do wrong by talking to Putin?
Nothing. He didn't do anything wrong with
that. Oh, what did you say? Oh, you weren't happy with what he did. He didn't do anything.
With Russia.
No, because he said in front of the whole world, I agree with Putin, as opposed to agreeing with the people from my own country telling me that.
No, he does not his own country.
That's what he said.
He didn't agree with his intelligence.
Right, that's his.
And we're going to talk about these intelligence animals in a minute.
That's his country's people. That's what I'm saying. That's not usually done by the president.
His country's people usually lie. Take a button there.
Yeah, hello, you guys listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy, STNZ.
Hi, how are you all?
Hi.
It's Elkie. How was vacation?
We knew you were going to call us, Elkie. I knew you'd be the first call. How are you, my brother?
I'm not too bad. After the last call, I promised I'm not calling again. But
gotta stick to your own promises.
I like when you call Elkie. Elkie, did you hear my thing that a 4-year-old, we could put guns in 4-year-olds or kids? Is that normal?
Back to the broken record, but a slightly different version.
Yeah, basically.
Well, you got 2 minutes to tell me about my broken record.
Okay, let me ask you something. In Ohio, how old do you have to be to drive a car?
I think 15,
Sorry, no,
14
Ohio.
or 15.
Not Ohio, Idaho.
Something, one of those mid-states, they let you drive at 14, 15.
Really?
Go ahead, yeah.
Gotta move there.
14 years old. 14 years old, correct. Why don't they let you drive younger than 14?
I don't know. I don't know why they would let a 14-year-old drive to begin with, but okay.
Hold on, because you can't reach the pedals. But if you were able to reach the pedals at 10, they'd let you drive at 10.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I don't think
so. You have the judgment,
yeah.
and I don't think you have the maturity, and I don't think you have any of the qualifications at age 10. I don't think so.
I'm giving a far-fetched example.
Oh, it's an example. Okay, I thought it was based on reality. Okay.
As we know from Israel, from the attacks that happen there on a daily basis, unfortunately, we know that a car is just as dangerous as a weapon, correct?
Correct.
Okay, now when we're driving on the highway, what is our job? Our job is to keep in our lane, right? And you know that when you're passing someone else, they can easily come into your lane, right? And we try to avoid that so we don't do it to others.
Okay.
Nuclear weapons. Okay, I'm going to scale it up now. Nuclear weapons, right? Why doesn't Russia fire off a nuclear missile into New York?
Why?
Because they know.
We'll fire right back.
Exactly. Now, what happens if everyone has a gun? Just like a 14-year-old in Idaho can drive, and they don't cause crazy accidents. Otherwise, they would have changed the laws. They crash into what? A sack of potatoes. But just like everyone has a car, everyone should have a gun. Just like every country, almost every country, has a nuclear weapon. Now, not everyone, of course. Not everyone.
Qualified people.
Okay, Z. I mean, okay. I got you. I got your point. The point is, if everybody walks around with guns, and then one guy says, "Listen, I'm going to shoot you if you shoot
He knows
me back."
everyone's going to shoot him.
Right. So I believe that one freaker will say, "You know what? I don't care. You're going to shoot me. I want to die. I want to commit suicide." Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom. And
But
they're
that
gonna kill
person
him.
can get a gun anyway.
Hold on.
It's not so easy, Z, to get a gun. It's not that easy.
And
that
yet
for
the
a regular
criminals
guy.
get them all
They
the time.
couldn't, right? Professional criminals, they could get it, and they will get in trouble, and they get caught a lot of the time. But most regular people like you, me, and SD, I'm not going to be able to get a gun unless we file it for it properly.
Okay. Now, how many police officers are there in this country?
Oh wow,
A lot?
millions.
Do you have a number?
Let's say 1 million, right?
I would say easy million.
When was the last time a police officer ran into a school and shot at children?
Never?
There's been a lot of police officers shooting their husbands and wives.
What?
Yeah, sure, all the time. You see correction officers shooting their wives. Police officers all the time. Do you know that? Do you know that 50% of police officers and correction officers have marital issues or have abuse at home?
50%?
Where are you
Yeah,
getting these
more than
numbers
50
Make that
from?
up.
More than 50% have
Oh, I don't
issues
think
of
so.
marital issues. Check it out. Most of them have abuse and marital issues. Check out the numbers. I know for a fact.
These are made up numbers, and second of all, correction officers do not carry a gun for their job. You might have
Correction
it otherwise.
officers, there are correction officers that do carry guns. You are 100% incorrect. You're 100% incorrect. They might not carry the guns in the jail, but they do have
Yes.
guns. And
Okay.
court officers have guns.
Right.
Correction officers, if I'm correct, maybe it's a court officer, but I know correction officers do have guns, or they have allowed to have a gun, because I know many times when they're off duty, I hear stories of correction officers arresting or shooting somebody.
I'm up in the mountains, and it's kind of interesting how Woodburn has a massive prison, and we all find ourselves here. But I see 2-3 of them a day, correction officers in uniform, in the gas station or in the supermarket or Walmart or wherever it is, and they're not armed. They don't carry a gun.
Right. I guess in the jails you don't. I go visit.
No,
the
you can't
jails
put
all
you
the
can't
time.
put a gun in jail.
Right, you
'cause then
can't carry a
criminal
gun in
grabs it.
jail. Right, I guess you can. I know. I go visit the jails every other Sunday.
Let me quickly address your point of these made up numbers about over 50% of police officers have domestic abuse issues at home. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I was in the New York Post 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. The New York Post is fake news. They're calling me a good Samaritan. I don't know where they got that from. But I'm sure you've all seen the video on Ocean Parkway of police officer, an off-duty police officer, driving his Nissan Altima,
Drunk.
completely drunk, completely under the influence. In the video, you can see me running out to his driver's side door, trying to open it and pull him out before he kills someone, and then you can see him driving off whilst my hand is basically in his car with the door open after he smashes into a parked car. And then further ahead in the video, further on, you can see me again pulling him out of the car. So we're all human. It's a ridiculous thing that he did. It's unheard of, right? Police officer.
Wait, was he in a
driving
cop car? No, right?
No, he was off duty,
Oh.
right? But we are all human in the end of the day, and it brings me to my point. Yeah, sorry.
How do you even like act so fast and think like, oh, it's a drunk driver try to open his car? Like, who even thinks to do that? Like, you'd call someone, jump on the car, like
he
what?
shouldn't have been driving drunk, number one. Number
do you
two,
even-
if anything, a police officer who arrests other police officers. But I'm going to tell you another story, Z. There was a story that 2 lady cops pulled over a lady, and I sent it
Yeah, I
again
saw
to
that
Z.
video.
A
That's
video of
crazy.
they pulled over a lady for speeding. And since it was raining, they said it was hazardous. So they flipped a coin and they said, heads, we don't arrest her, tails, we arrest her. And they ended up arresting her because it ended up on tails.
No.
Somebody, I promise
It's
you,
like the
it's all
Joker
over.
and Batman.
And she was arrested, and thank God this news program found it. These police officers have so
Yeah.
many issues at home with their power problems. Yes, they do.
Why do you think
Thank
someone
for your
becomes a
call,
cop?
Ashley. No, because they
What
do
does that have
have
to do
issues.
with guns? I'm
But
very
there's
So I'm
al-
just telling you, guns give them the power.
No, there's only two reasons people become a cop: because they want to help people or they want to control people.
Well,
that's true,
all
actually.
I know is well. Anyways,
Whatever it is
anyways,
then.
now Z, I'm going to go back to you. Now that Elke gave me his call, you told me
Yeah.
that Trump,
Yeah.
Trump, he doesn't believe his own intelligent force. So you understand.
I understand why he wouldn't, because all they do, it seems like from what happened in the last few weeks, it's pretty obvious that they're all biased against them. But
Correct, but look
I
at
don't
this.
think they would
Look
go
at
this far
guy
to lie.
What are you talking about? This guy strokes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
went even and said effing
In his
words
text.
about it in his text.
Exactly, that's what
He
I'm saying.
tried
So
to set up President
100%.
Trump. So you're telling me that these FBI agents
100%.
don't lie?
But I don't. Like I just said, I feel why he
Then
would
you have
think to
ICE
be
agents
why they're
that's-
biased
and
against
then you
them.
have ICE agents that are supposed to be on the border.
Right.
Instead,
ICE?
ICE, these guys,
Anti-ISIS?
not ISIS, these guys that are for the immigration services. that
Oh,
are meant to-
they're called
so
ICE.
they're walking around the streets just looking to arrest local immigrants, people that are married, people that will cause trouble, taking away husbands, when you should be on the border stopping them. Instead of stopping them on the border, they're looking around New York City for illegal immigrants. First, stop them at the border. But if you can't stop them at the border, now you're looking around to break up families or guys who are married here already that are entitled to be here. Once you get married, I believe you're entitled to stay.
I think
When you
so. I'm
said
not sure
ICE,
how
I
it
was
works.
like, wouldn't that be the greatest anti-ISIS thing? Ice cream.
Regardless, though, have you heard about this? What's her name again? The one from the Bronx. What's her name? The one that got elected, the socialist
She got
Ocasio
elected?
Cortez.
Yeah,
She didn't get
yeah.
elected, yeah, but she won the primary for her
Right,
district.
right.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on her? She's a Democratic socialist,
Okay.
which is basically just a socialist just dressed up to
But
sound pretty.
we did scream clean sweep. Look at our neighborhood. We got rid of our old
You're not a
councilman. We got a
socialist,
new
though.
councilman.
She's a socialist.
We got women. Stop a minute. We need a change. We're having a new assemblyman.
And that's the
coming in.
problem, is
We
that
have a
people
new
don't want
district
the
leader.
old guard. They'll vote in
Right.
any moron
And
that
because
signs
we're
in.
tired of it.
She's a socialist,
A
though.
socialist what? That she wants to do what? Clean up our town?
No, she's an actual socialist who wants to abolish capitalism and thinks that everything should be divided amongst everybody.
I don't believe
No
that.
way.
What do you
She
mean?
can't.
What do you
Oh
mean
my
you don't
gosh.
believe it? That's literally what her platform
Why
is.
can't she just go to China then? I'm sure they have that
She
there
should.
already.
I agree. She should, but
Do you
she's a
think
socialist.
do you think she'll win the election again?
She has a very good chance because she's basically running unopposed, because that whole district is completely liberal and they're not going to vote in a Republican. So she basically has it wrapped up.
Oh my
The
god.
person that was running against her was so sure that he was going to win, he didn't even bother to campaign.
But that's it, because he was such an old god.
Yeah.
The whole, like, look at the people I'm running against.
That's
the
what
guy
I'm
who
saying.
I'm running against, Mr. Schwartz, doesn't care.
He's just a nice kid
He's
from
a nice
Brooklyn
kid.
that doesn't
These
have
people are
any.
dangerous.
A nice kid
She's
who
a
was put
socialist.
in, who followed the old
First of all,
guard
she hates
rules.
Israel. She thinks Israel is an occupying state.
Is that
because
what she said?
Yes, she literally said that on a TV interview yesterday, and they asked her about her, and she goes, "Oh, I don't really know. I'm not an expert on it, but that's what I heard." Like, they don't. She doesn't. 6 months ago, she was a bartender. She doesn't know anything about anything.
Wait, that's the one that my father. Wait, so
Yeah.
if she was a bartender and got voted in, then me as a bartender can get voted in.
Absolutely. If you want
I
to
just
run
have to
around
be
and
socialist.
campaign, and that's what she does. She campaigns
Wait,
and she
Do I have
made
to be a
commercials.
socialist to win?
You
And
don't have to
she
be a
was a
socialist.
young, attractive Latino woman, and everybody liked her as a person. And that's how liberals
But
work.
she cares
They don't
about
care
other
about the
people.
message. They
I'm
care
doing
about
it.
who you
No,
are.
I think she had a good message.
She had a terrible message. She's socialist.
I
We
understand.
don't live in a socialist country. If
Okay,
you
I'm
want
running for
socialism,
something.
You know
move
why?
to Russia or China.
You know why we're tired of the old guard? There was a Supreme Court judge that just retired, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Before Trump even announced,
Oh, they're
his
already
new-
protesting.
So this guy Schumer should be thrown out of office.
He's insane. Of course
This
he
guy
should be.
killed-
He's
killed
absolutely
a black-
insane.
And right. So you believe
He doesn't
that,
have a message. His message is oppose whatever Trump does.
right?
He doesn't
No,
have an actual
right.
message.
And when you become in lead, he just cries and hollers.
Right.
So
Exactly.
again, I'm a Democrat, but again, these guys are just looking. I can't believe.
Did you see the message that Heiken sent out when Schumer asked him about voting for him or agreeing with something that he said?
Right.
You didn't see the message
No.
that he said?
No.
Oh, it was going all over. Heiken wrote, "I really am disappointed that you're saying all this bad stuff in your message about Trump. Where you're leaving out all the good things. You're leaving out the economy. You're leaving out that he was good for Israel. You're leaving out the crime rate. You're leaving out all this and that. You're being dishonest, and you're making it sound like Trump is doing a horrible job. At least be balanced." And he's like, until then, I'm not going to give any support to the Democrats until they could actually start being honest with themselves and not always trying to go against Trump when not everything that he does is bad. He wrote that. It was going around. It actually made it all the way to the national news, which is a pretty big story.
You know what, Mr. Heiken, he's leaving.
Well,
office.
Schumer's insane. I mean,
Well,
Schumer is
Schumer
just,
has lost it completely.
but he'll keep on getting votes because he's the Democrat and
So
New York
I
is
have a
liberal.
question.
That's it.
You know the governor's race is coming up.
But he's going to win
Woman, who's gonna
unless
win?
somebody's going to run against him on his term.
But
New York will never have a Republican.
But the midterm
government.
elections, I don't believe the
That's switched to
Democrats. I don't
Democrat.
believe the Democrats are going to take over in the midterm
No,
elections.
for sure not.
For sure. Everybody thinks
But that's
they
the
will.
whole point. They keep on pushing so far left that the normal people are like, this is insane.
Right.
They're going to have nobody from the middle is going to vote in a socialist, even if the right means
Well,
Trump.
we hope so.
If it's Trump versus a
So I have a
socialist, like
question for you.
so it's good for us.
Okay.
Let them have more
Do you know that
socialists out there.
Cuomo is
Good.
running for governor again, correct?
Yeah.
He's running against this lady Nixon, who is a gay woman.
She's also insane. She
Why
also
is
says
she
she's
insane?
a socialist.
She does
Why is
not.
she insane?
I'm listening to her.
Are you joking?
She's
me?
not saying a socialist. She's 100% not saying that. She got 65,000 signatures. Do you believe Cuomo's going to win or she's going to win? She has a
Wait,
nice
who's she?
support.
She the
She literally
redhead?
came out
The
as a
redhead.
Democratic socialist after this other chick did.
Wait,
she
is
was
she the one from
finally,
Sex and the City?
Yes.
I like
she's-
her. I'm gonna vote for her just because she was in that show.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
dumb reason,
But
but
because of dumbasses like you, she
Hey,
might
no,
actually have a chance
I
to win.
wanna-
You can't use that bad
That's
word.
a really stupid reason to vote for
Okay.
somebody.
no, I'm gonna
But
vote
that's
for
how
her
the
because she
rules
wants
work.
to legalize
Oh,
weed.
this chick is so cool and I like her. So who cares if her message is against everything that
Her
I
message
hold
was
as a person?
pro weed. That's all I needed to
Right.
hear.
Her message is anti-Israel. Her message is abolish ICE, and her message is that she's a socialist. But oh my God, she was from Sex in the City, so like, let's vote for her.
Wait, is she pro weed though?
Probably aren't
Z,
all
who are
liberals
you
pro
voting
weed?
for?
That's
You
what I
have
wanted
Who
her.
are you voting
I'm
for?
not voting.
You're not voting.
No,
So then why are
There's
you
no
even
point.
screaming?
Are you gonna vote for him or
You're gonna-
Flapper
so
Screw?
you're
Because if you don't, he's gonna kill you.
because
I mean, he's not.
guaranteed to be in the what's it called, the community elections. Not really. I'm not really involved. In
Z,
that.
I can't believe you're not gonna vote for me.
I don't know. I have to go there and stand in line. And do
I'll,
the whole
I'll
thing.
There's no line.
Z, I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
I'll
All
pick
right,
you
no
up and
problem.
take you. I'll
I'll
even
vote.
feed you.
I'll vote. No
Okay,
problem.
thank
You have my vote.
But he can only vote for Flapper
Right.
Screw, right? Because he's in that district.
But what I'm
really,
saying,
where's he
what
live?
I'm saying
Flatbush.
is,
Okay, but he might be in my district of
fine.
Flatbush.
What
Doesn't he live
I'm
in lower
saying
than
is
Hempstead?
that Nixon is also. She's even. I'd rather Schumer than Nixon. Nixon is so
Oh
far
my
left.
God.
She's a
I
socialist
used to
also.
like Schumer. I hate him now so badly.
I don't really know these people.
But she literally got up there and said, "I'm also a socialist," because she thought that was cool and hip, and like she doesn't understand that that's going to push people away from her.
Are
So
you
good.
for abortion or against abortion?
I'm against,
You're
but
against-
I'm also, like I said, with everything
choice.
else, I'm against.
not against your person. I'm
But-
asking you for the laws.
I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like people.
It's
Again,
the government's
it's very
job to
tricky.
tell us.
It's very tricky because there's a lot of situations where it might be the better choice, and there's a lot of situations where it might not be. And this country can do nothing but scream and yell at each other, and they don't hear each other's side to actually have a normal conversation about it. So you
But
have
if
to make like a
why don't you
blanket
just-
statement.
why if you
Blanket
listen-
statement, I'm
if
against
you
it.
want to listen to the Pope or any rabbi saying simple,
It's
even if
absolutely,
the child is
it's
sick
absolutely
or
against,
broken,
it's against
un-
halacha. Absolutely.
so then your decision is simple that a woman
why
Yeah,
is
I
it
think
that-
it should be illegal, but just like everything else I disagree with, if somebody else wants to do it, it doesn't bother
But
me.
it shouldn't be illegal because every person has to choose. If I want to kill a baby, as terrible as it is, if it's in my body, I technically have the choice. I can't kill someone outside of me, but someone in me, I should have the choice. I'm not saying it's the right choice.
Why?
But I have to be given the right to choose good or
because-
bad. You can't
because God
threaten
chose
me.
the woman to carry the baby. So
Yep,
that's it,
and
that's her
most
choice.
women are maternal, and if they want to
It's
get
a
an
baby.
abortion, that means there's some other stuff going on that's wrong.
Sometimes,
and that's
but
each
sometimes it's
person's-
just, oh shoot, you know what? We realized we didn't use
It
the right
shouldn't be
protection. We don't want a
so
baby.
easy.
Goodbye.
Not that it shouldn't be so
Right.
easy. They shouldn't pay for people to get an abortion. Like
That's another
Medicaid
thing.
shouldn't cover
Exactly.
it, but
Yeah.
there should be an option so that they don't go to like basements and do it with a hanger
Yeah,
or something.
You don't want to know why? That goes exactly back to the point with guns. You can make abortions illegal. It won't stop people from trying to do it in the wrong way if they
Right.
feel like they need to do it. It's the same thing with guns. You could say it's illegal, but it's not going to stop people that want to do it from doing it. And it just messes
Right.
up the people that need to get it done to do it safely.
Z, before we go to
That's the
commercials,
point.
and we're going to
Let's take
do
a
a
caller.
commercial in a minute. No, we're not taking a caller
Oh.
right now because I want to just keep going.
Okay.
You know,
We have a caller?
you're from
We'll take
Miami.
it.
You're from Miami.
Before we lose them. Yes,
Remember
I
you're
am.
originally from Miami?
I remember.
So
Yes.
there's a building 5601 Collins
I heard about
Avenue.
that. I know where you're going. with this
I
already.
don't understand it so much that this guy, he hated Jews so much.
Yeah, he felt like he was getting kicked out of the building because of Jews, so he wanted to blow up the building and kill all the Jews
And
in
he,
the
and he
building.
bought gasoline. He said it was for a barbecue, 28 bottles of
Oh,
gasoline. The building smelled. He disconnected the fire alarm and he was going to blow up the building. I really don't get it.
Well, that's good that they all got saved and it didn't happen.
I know. And
Score
somebody
one
did
for
score one
their
that this guy
cops.
opened his mouth. But again, a guy like this, now we're going to put him in jail for attempted murder. Do you believe he really wanted to kill her?
He's
He was just
72.
mentally ill.
Just
72, and he was mentally ill.
yeah, you
Z?
should
Of
just
course.
put him
So do
somewhere.
you put him in jail for the rest of his life?
That's horrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
He's 72. I don't think he's in his right mind at this point. I feel like they should just put him in an old age home. That's probably the same like prison or worse.
No.
It's better.
You don't get to stockpile gasoline in a building and intend to light it on fire.
But
and
you
kill
understand that a
hundreds of
nursing
people.
home is worse than prison. Like
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't know. Have you ever been to one?
But Z, he
pretty
was
sad.
sick. Z, he was sick in his head. He didn't know what he's doing, like the gay people. Why are you gay? Because you don't know better.
What?
Yeah.
You can't just say that.
You know, homosexuality is
They don't know
not
better, or they just want better.
No, they don't. They don't know the right from the wrong. That's
No,
what I was.
no, they don't see it as right and wrong. They
was
see like,
talking
hey, I
to
like
a
this
rabbi
person.
this
It doesn't matter
weekend.
what.
I was talking to a rabbi this week. I said, "Well, homosexuality doesn't bother me." He said, "What are you talking about? They don't know better. That's why they're homosexuals."
It's not they don't know better. They have some things that they have to work through with like maybe a parent,
And
and
then that's why they're homeless. But if they weren't homeless, if they had no issues in life, they would be straight.
I don't know. Some people have a bigger tendency towards other. You know, when they say you're born gay, I don't know if you're born gay, but I do think some people have more of a tendency, and you can go either way. I think everybody is bi, and then society trains us into a certain way.
Anyways, next week, Z, just for your knowledge, before we do the commercials, we have a very special guest called Shulam Dean. He wrote a book on all who go do not return. It's about the Jewish Orthodoxy he grew up in. He was
that's a
married
sad
at 18
book.
years
The
old.
title, All Who Go Don't Return.
And he had 5 kids, and now he's not religious anymore. And he's going to tell us about his path away and why he feels that the Orthodoxy is a wrong thing, or maybe it's not. So
I'd
we're
like
going
to
to talk
know.
about his book. He's a
I still
very
want to talk
serious
about moral
and Somali
relativity
neighborhood.
and
So
take a
let's
phone
in the
call.
meantime, who's paying for our show?
And
Let's go.
commercials. Yeah, let's do that.
Not commercials. Our friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Good one. Okay, Soft Fusion Inc. They're a software development company that will help streamline your business and make it easier and run smoother and faster. You can call them at 718-215-9800 for your free consultation. We have Pescata Carne. They're a meat restaurant, which you can't go in the 9 days. They're located at 509 Avenue P. And they have a dairy restaurant, just in case you miss Pescata too much. You can visit them at 1776 Ocean Avenue. They have amazing foods like Belgian waffles and salmon shallots. And they have other amazing food. That's the ones I tried and I loved. And then we have Orchidia. They're open till 10 every night. But you should go try their lunch buffet, the only kosher buffet besides one other place. But they only have it on Mondays. But the Orchidia has every day from 12 to 3 lunch buffet. That's amazing. $25 per person, including coffee and tea. And then, of course, we have, if you need to go somewhere for Shabbos Nachmo and you haven't decided yet, check out AOJS. It's a scientist convention. I mean, that's part of it for people who like discussions on like Torah versus science. And also they have Zusha playing there, and they have a bunch of activities.
Is this a religious event?
Yes, it's a religious event, and it's very cool. It's very organized, and they have so many fun games that are so like it's very creative and original. You got to check it out. There's at least 200 singles, 200 couples. So everyone is included. They have a special program for singles, a special program for married people. Really well organized, really beautiful, just wonderful. So many amazing, famous speakers. And then we have changepain@gmail.com. If you need help dealing with any sort of emotional crisis, or you want to just become awakened and become conscious and control your reality around you, you can email me at changepain@gmail.com or call 347-687-9995, and I'd love to help you with whatever it is you are dealing with.
Before I continue, I want you to know tomorrow night, Z, there's going to be a barbecue with a CM on the corner of 20th Avenue and 50th Street by Easy Rental. It's really made for his guys, but I'm going to be there, and I'm telling you guys, you want to come by.
You're so mean. You can't just invite everybody.
I can tell everybody,
there.
you guys come
so
over.
mad.
He's not going to be mad. I spoke to him. You guys come over to the barbecue. We're going to have a lot of food there. Pop on over. Come meet me. By the way, after the 9 days, I'm making a big barbecue for the whole borough park in Flatbush.
Okay, I'm inviting people.
Tomorrow's barbecue is on 50th Street and Avenue and 20th Avenue. It's by Easy Car Rental. It's going to be in the lot. I don't know, about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Wait, I want to know about your barbecue. I want to invite all my friends.
Now, my barbecue,
Make a Facebook group.
I'm making a big barbecue on East 708 East 4th Street.
What's there?
It's between Avenue. It's a private residence that we're going to have a couple of hundred people can come and go all the time. So it's going to be an all-night thing. You're going to come in. I'm making this barbecue for Pidyon Shvuin. That means we are taking people out of jail that have been wrongly convicted. And plus, it's my campaign, so you have a right to donate to the Pidyon Shvuin Fund or to my fund. And you come down, have barbecue. You don't have to donate anyway.
What
come
time?
by. That's going to be around about 8:30. Right after the 9 days, I'm going to announce the date. And on August 1st, we're going to have a pizza party by Joseph Pizza on Kings Highway and East 4th.
Okay, well, tell me about the barbecue. I'm going to invite all my friends.
The barbecue is tomorrow. We're going to start with.
No, that's the easy one. I'm not going to some random person's thing that may or may not want us there.
We're going to pick a date after the 9 days.
Okay, fine. I'm very excited.
And I'm inviting at least 2,000 to 3,000 people to come
Woo!
by, support me, have a good time.
Support Heshy.
Always gets the people
And that's
done.
going to be a
That's
great one.
true.
You're going to come. You're going to have the greatest barbecue, and then of course you're going to have to listen to me speak.
Wait, how long and what time?
About 5 minutes. And
Oh,
just
I
have
can
a good
handle. I
laugh.
thought you meant when you say speak, I think you mean an hour.
Anyways, we have Chamula Jewelers. They're located at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. They're a family-owned business for 40 years with a bunch of stuff like engagement rings, eternity bands, diamond jewelry, bringing the old jewelry for freshening up. 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Of course, we have Tehila Tishler at ttstyles.com, TEESTYLES.com. Check out her website. You're really going to have a good thing looking at it. She does the wigs, private affairs, 718-675-6842. Her prices are ridiculous and wonderful. She's licensed. She's a professional. I like her. Of course, I'm biased, but take a look at her website. You'll see everything. 718-675-6842. And then we have Green Line Building Solutions, which I helped again somebody get into his house on Friday.
Go
At
Heshy.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, 48 gas meters shut off with no gas in the building, out of the building, and I helped them pass inspection, teach them compliance, and I got everything done for them. 718-871-0382 for private consultations. We don't charge for it. We're located on the corner of 16th Avenue, 54th Street. We help with stop work orders, vacate orders, inspections, code compliance, ECB violations. We show the owners how to get into compliance. Like today, I had a lady that came in. Hey, Heshy, I did some work without a permit. I got in a little bit of trouble. And I said, listen, I know it's going to cost you money. Let's put you in. We start slowly. We're going to file a set of plans. We're going to get you a report. We're going to get you clean up your building. We're going to go slowly. You're going to pay the fines. I'm going to put you back in your building in a month. And she says, can you do anything better? I said, we'll go to court. We'll try to lower the penalty, show them it's non-hazardous, and put her in compliance. And she was very pleased. She says, listen, Heshy, I paid a lot of money for my house. I got to do it the right way. I made a mistake. And we do expediting for DOB, DEP. We do settlements with FDNY. We help you with criminal FDNY tickets. And we also specialize in evictions.
I just want to know if I want to make a secret underground bunker in my house. Are you the guy to go to?
I'm the guy to file those plans. And
Wait. If I file it, then the government knows it's there? That's not helpful.
Well, I ain't going to dig a hole and make the whole building not collapse. You need a foundation. You could call it something else and hide it. But yes, it's going to
How can I hide it so that the government doesn't know it's there?
SD.
Good luck.
Oh, come on. I can't have anything private from the government. I want one tiny room in my basement that nobody ever knows
We
about.
can make a big room in the basement and call it like a recreational area. And then at the end of the day, you actually make it into a bunker.
But then the government will know. They'll be like, where are they hiding? Wait, this house has another floor. I don't want them to be able to find me if I don't want to be found.
SD, Z, can you help me, please?
He's like, I
I
don't want to say
wish.
that.
I'm
I'd love
not finished yet.
Okay, go.
I'm not finished yet. And we got, of course, my video that I've made, a funny commercial for China Glot. Today, as you know, it's the 9 days, and you can't eat meat without a scene, which we're going to have tomorrow barbecue. So you can get your Fleischicks fill in China Glot by having the 9-day menu, which I was looking for, and I actually found it at China Glot. And this 9-day menu is covered with fish, various selections of fish, vegetarian and mock meats and mock chicken dishes.
So what time are they open?
I think they're open till like about 12 or 11, 12.
Oh, I thought only till 10. Okay, I'm going there.
Okay, you should try it out. Well, you can check it up on their website by typing in ChinaGlat.com, ChinaGlatt.com. China Glot is a premier Chinese restaurant. They're located at 4413 13th Avenue, and it's a flavor-friendly restaurant, and they make sure to go and check them out. Again, I told you, ChinaGlatt.com, or call them at 718-438-2576, and I'm trying to get them in the 9 days to do a tasting thing for you, Z, so everybody will come down, see me, and they can get some free tasting dishes for everybody to check it out.
Okay.
Anyways,
So I want to talk about my moral relativity, and we have another caller. What do you want to do first?
well, before we go first, we're going to. You want to do your moral activity? I was gonna finish up with Z on the Trump thing, but okay,
Go ahead.
no problem. My question to you is, both of you, which SD, I know the answer is, what do you believe Trump is doing, good or bad? And you got to be honest.
You mean
If
just
don't know, you don't.
overall?
Overall.
Absolutely good.
I think
no
better
question.
than Obama. At least he didn't put in
for sure.
Obamacare that
question.
Here's the
failed.
thing, he went to England, to
Yeah.
meet the prime minister, the lady prime minister. Now, she was pretty serious him on the stage. I was listening to it on the drive up to the
He doesn't
country.
take crap from these
He
people.
doesn't take up. So he ended up telling the prime minister, you should go sue the EU.
Yeah.
Is that stupid?
Not at all.
No?
Can
This
you?
is why we voted him in. Because he says things like that.
People
That's
get
the point.
scared. They don't know what he's capable of. It's his power. They don't know what's true. They don't know what's real.
And
that's
for
the
the
thing, he's
record,
unpredictable. That's
when
the
he
best
met
part.
when he met with NATO last week, it was the same exact
He did
thing.
great.
Everyone
He did
said,
great.
"Oh, how dare he, rock the boat and demand that they pay." Like that's literally why we elected him.
But will they pay more?
Who knows?
They said they will.
And for the record, the thing that the liberals won't talk about, the New York Times actually wrote a piece about it. They said that this is actually what Obama wanted the entire time, and Trump just got what Obama wanted.
Okay.
And they refuse to even acknowledge that. Obama said the same thing. It's time for you to pay your fair share.
By the way, you were wrong about Trump. People are more angry about him. I'm seeing on the Twitter that he had a private meeting 2.5 hours that nobody was able to know what they discussed about.
Oh, he's not allowed to have any private meetings ever?
They say they wanted some Americans, especially
to what? To make sure what?
People are stupid.
To hear what he had to say.
What, they yell at him later?
Because we don't trust what Trump has to say.
Well, that's none of their business.
Exactly.
He's the president of the United States. We have to trust him.
He doesn't want to have anybody interfering or any
with his
aides or whatever. And
exactly.
He feels he's good at it, and he doesn't want anybody in there.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this whole stupid Russia thing, nobody would have a problem with it. That's the whole thing. Because it's Russia, he's talking to Putin. It must be because he's a secret Russian spy and he's discussing.
So why hasn't after 2 years
they haven't found any collusion?
So why is the investigation?
I don't know.
Why have they spent over $40 million?
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Okay, no problem.
And that's exactly the point. It's been almost 2 years, and they finally got these 11 Russians, and not a single thing to do with Americans whatsoever.
By the way, there was you remember the gang thing where like these 12 guys killed this guy in the store? Now there's another thing, another gang. Our cops are busy giving us tickets and torturing and punishing us and hiding in corners and going to arrest ICE when we have kids standing in the Bronx, gang violence daily, Esther.
We talked
Why
about
can't we stop this? Stop it.
Yeah. So I want to talk about, what makes people good. Why do people choose to be good versus bad? So there's 6 different reasons why people are good or bad.
I have a problem with both of you.
What?
I'm very upset with both of you right now.
Hello.
Okay.
You did not let me say my joke and quote of the day.
It was on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose, and we didn't know. And
you did know.
Why did you say it before the show ends? Because you didn't say it at the beginning. And we didn't do it on purpose.
Okay, I'll do it at the end of the show. But I'm very upset with both of you.
It wasn't our fault. We didn't do it on purpose.
You did. You made me forget. You're very upset about it.
We made you forget. That's not fair.
I have people that are waiting for my joke and quote of the day.
Is that what they messaged you?
No. Is that they reminded you? So I just want to talk about why people are good. Okay, so let's say the first thing is some people they're good because if they're not good, they're gonna get arrested. Okay, so that's the very basic. Like a little kid, he doesn't steal because his mom's gonna hit him. The second one is I'm gonna get good stuff. If I'm nice to this person and I give them a lolly, they're gonna give me a candy. That's another level. And the third level is that they just want to be good people. They want to be seen. Oh, I'm a good person. The fourth level is I want to fit into society and be normal.
These levels going up and up or down?
Yeah, it's a higher level to do things because you want to be good than because you just want to get rewarded.
So this is I want to be rewarded too.
So that's just a lower level of being good.
Why?
Because you should be good because it's your truth.
I mean, if I help you with something and then I ask you to come help me, that's a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing. It's just not as good as if you said, I want to help you, but you don't owe me anything.
What are you crazy? That's what business is all about.
That's what business is, not being good. It's a separate thing.
What are you talking about?
Business is, yes, it's quid pro quo, but in being a good person, you don't do it for any reason of reward.
Why not?
No, you can. It's a theory of morality. Like what makes people good? Why do people choose good? It's just the highest level.
So you're better good if you do good and you ask for nothing back.
It's not
we all
better.
ask, by the way, Esther. We all ask.
Right. So something you're not allowed to ask. It's you're not doing it because of that. You know that you're going to get good things. But you're not doing good things because you're going to get it back.
I want to love another person so I can get loved back.
Why can't you? No, you deserve to get love no matter what.
Right.
And then you can love another person if you want to. One doesn't have to do the other. But let me finish all the stages.
Who loves me back, Z. Don't you want to love somebody that loves you back?
I certainly do.
I mean, you're going to get married one day soon, right, Z? Maybe she shouldn't love you. You should only love her.
No, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about morality of goodness. Okay, let's just continue. I'm almost done. Okay.
Right.
So one is you want to fit in. You don't want to be weird. People should look at you. Social norms. Then there's one that's universal truth. I'm good because I know that it's who I am, and I'll be good as in here's
what I think, by the way.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, because I think that inherently I'm a good person, and the problem is that a lot of times people do bad things to me and they take advantage of me, and part of me wants to be like, you know what? Why should I be the one to always get hurt? Why can't I be bad like them? And you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you're gonna do the right thing whether everyone else
do it because
is bad.
There's nothing else you can do.
You should do it because that's who you are, and just because other people do bad things to you, it doesn't mean that you should be anything other than good all the time. And if that's what how life
Basically,
is
it's
going to be,
your moral
and that's
truth
what they're going to
that
say.
even if someone hurts you, you don't want to stop being good just because someone else is pushing you to not be good.
Just because people
So,
take
right.
advantage doesn't mean that I'm going to be a bad person and steal back from someone else.
Like
Just
they
to,
can be bad,
it's-
I still want to be okay. So
somebody
then,
screwed me over and lied to me. It doesn't mean I'm going to do that to the next person just because I need to make life even. I'm going to be good, and if I get hurt from it,
Let's
so be
take a
it.
call, Esty. Let's
okay,
take a
it's
call.
just okay.
1 second. Let's take a call.
I'm not letting me finish.
Hello, you're on the air with Heshy, STNZ.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Heshy,
Yes.
why do you think you'll be good for district leader?
Wow. Wow.
That's pretty direct.
That's straight out. Thank you,
You should
Isaac.
have a good answer for this.
I do have I have a great answer for this. I want you to know why I'm going to be a good thing. And this is what Este's talking about. I help people all the time, and I do expect favors back. And I wait.
Please admit
I
it.
do admit it, and I know that I have enough favors that I can call in, that I can knock on doors when people have issues. District leader basically picks the judges, helps select many judges into their political offices. If somebody resigns in my district as a Democrat, I get to choose his replacement and the Democratic line. I help get signatures. I help coordinate things. And when people knock on the doors of our senators and councilmen and assemblymen, and they're very busy, and sometimes they don't call back. So you have to go for the lower politics. Sometimes, like when I do work, we don't go to the high pro. We don't go to the commissioner. We don't go to the chiefs. We go to the lower people by the windows, submit our documentation, follow the procedure, get it through the examination process, get our people approved. You sometimes have to go to a guy who's a little guy like me, who will knock on the door and say, listen, I hear your problem. I'll knock on the door. I'll raise you money for your school. I'll raise you money for the funeral. I'll knock on the door of the councilman and make him call you back. Maybe the issue will work. I had a guy now who had a problem with his house, had no gas. I knocked on the door of the councilman. I knocked on the door of the assemblyman. They finally called back. I will knock on the door of the mayor's liaison.
How'd you find their house?
I'm just saying, Esty, very funny joke. My point is, as district leader, I have served my community for almost, and people say you're bragging. I'm sorry, I have to brag because till now nobody guessed it and they knew about it. I am the guy who knows how to get the stuff done. I'm not the guy who
you're a regular person.
I am
fighting for regular
That's
people.
right.
That's
I've been the regular guy. The guy who's
why.
been district leader till now has joined a construction organization and takes $5,000 a month from them. Has accomplished nothing.
Is that legal?
I don't know. It is legal. As district leader, you can have a regular job. He also worked for Dov Hyken's office. He's also part of a lobbyist
I think
group.
he's good. I just think he's younger. That's all.
He has a lobbyist job that they fired him for. He works for Dov Hyken as a communicator. This guy has so many jobs that I don't even know how he does one of them. And my worst part is that this legislation is which you're gonna have to confirm that they want to take away licenses from the guy who does leasing cars.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And again, he was supposed to help them. Again, he didn't even care to get back to them. And they hate him.
He didn't care. Maybe he wasn't able to.
What do you mean wasn't able to? Then don't run for public office. My job is to listen, to guide you, to get you there. I've served my community for 35 years, from feeding people, from helping mental healthness, from taking kids. I believe as a political advocate, and we're working on him. I think we got him into a rehab center.
Oh, that's great. Is
Is
there
the
one
caller
local?
still there?
What?
The caller's still there?
We're getting another caller, so let's push the button. Caller, we don't have much time, but let's take your call. Push number 3. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy. And anyways, that's why I'm going to be good for this community, because I know this community well. I know the people well, and I know what the community needs.
Locked and loaded, because I'm sure
It is
people are
locked
going
and
to
loaded.
ask you that when
And
you're...
they do all the time, and they know that.
You again?
Hello?
Hi.
No, we thought it was Elkie again.
Hello, who's calling?
Dr. J from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Hello, Dr. J. How are you?
Are you related
Good,
to Dr. J?
Stop.
No, this is Dr. J. I have a question for Z. I'd like to know Z's opinion on weed. Although he has,
Dr. J,
Although
first of
he's
all,
conservative
long time no speak. It's good to hear your voice.
Dr. J sounds sexy.
Go ahead.
How's
Okay.
Silver Spring?
Silver Spring's good. It's just a little bit of a different feel from the Midwest.
A little bit, tiny bit.
I think people there are nicer in general.
Well, we're going to thank you for your call, Dr. J.
I didn't answer him.
Oh, you're going to answer him now. We're going to get him off the phone. You're going to answer. Thank you for your call, Dr. J.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Go ahead, Z. What's your opinion on marijuana again?
Again, my philosophy is as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't give a crap what people want to do. But the problem is that smoking weed does affect people, and as you can see from Colorado and from other places, People are getting into higher rates of car accidents because they're high. It affects a lot of things.
Esty says no, it
And
doesn't
I
have
feel
to.
like
fair.
it is
I'm a great
unsafe
high
in some
driver.
regard, and it should
Esty,
be.
I don't want to hear that.
It should be
Sorry.
a controlled substance, and it should be legal, but under certain circumstances, kind of like alcohol, where you have to be careful at what you do when you're in that sort of
But I don't want to
situation.
put people in
That's
a
it.
predicament where they get arrested when they break the rule, because people do break the rule. People do get enticed to
Oh,
it or
man.
excited about it. You know, I was
But
watching.
people get drunk also, and it's
But, you
totally
know,
legal to drink.
I
But
was
you have to be
Dude,
mindful
I was
about it. That's
watching a
all.
commercial on
I'm
television.
a live and let live kind of guy.
I was
Which
watching.
if you want to do cocaine in your own house, honestly, it doesn't bother
But
me.
I
I
disagree
think
with
it's
you.
wrong,
I
but
was
it
watching.
doesn't bother me as a person.
But Z, I was watching a commercial on TV the other day that a guy got injured. He was in the hospital. They gave him
Yeah.
some medicine. After 5 days, he got addicted to it. Then they took him off the medicine. He was so sick, he went under a car to break his leg so he can get the medicine
Hold
again.
on. The Dr. J that just
Oh,
called
wow.
said that he has a medical point of view because he's actually a doctor,
Okay.
and he wants to speak about it again.
Well, he's
Oh.
not calling in. He has to call back. Anyways, our show's coming to the end. So my point is,
By the way, I want to say, if
I-
they had a competition for drunk driving, if they were like, okay, everybody drink a certain amount of alcohol and try driving, I would win that race because I don't drive drunk. But believe me, no matter how wasted I am, unless I'm blacked out, I can drive great, amazing
Esty,
drunk.
please don't tell us that. You're not supposed to
And
drive.
for the
I'm
record,
not. I'm just saying, if there was a race where it was legal to like test
Yeah.
this out, I'm a great drunk
There's
driver.
no race, and we're never going to test it out.
Well,
That's crazy.
I want to try it. But maybe in Germany, in the 70
would
highway.
would you like to know my opinion on marijuana?
Sure.
No. Zero. Cancel it, ban it. It's never to be legalized ever. Only as a medicinal drug.
Then
Which-
why is America free if I
by-
don't get to smoke
So by
pot?
the way, Z, I've been bitching about marijuana forever. I got a call about 3 weeks ago that I'm
That's-
asked to come down to a particular farm in Puerto Rico to go check it out to see how it's legalized, how it's made professional, how they
Okay.
give it out for medicinal purposes, and they want me to come check it out. They want to talk to me about it, and I told them I don't want any tickets. I'm going to pay for my own ticket to come down there. And they actually said to come down, Heshy, for 2 days. We will show you around. I told my wife I'm going. She said, "Are you crazy, Heshy?"
Wait, you're going to look at a weed farm?
That's what I was told. There was some kind of a
Dude, can I go with
factory.
you?
No, because you're going to be smoking and sampling. I'm not
I'm
going to
just
be
going to be
sampling.
smelling it all.
I would like to see if it's true that it's really to be used the proper way.
Yeah, now they have oil pills in the pharmacy. My mother comes home, look, there's this hemp pill with the marijuana leaf on it. And they have now CBD that you can smoke. It just makes you calm.
Dr. J's calling back. Let's hear what he
Yes.
has to say. Dr. J, you're on the phone again. What's going on?
Actually, can I give you a professional opinion and some actual factual evidence, a little bit about marijuana?
You got 1 minute.
Go ahead.
First question I have for you: have you ever smoked weed?
So everybody
That's
has
a funny question.
everybody has accused me of smoking marijuana, trying marijuana. The answer is no.
Clearly, you have never smoked weed.
I've been
Because
around
it's
people.
illegal.
I've been around people. I've been affected by it when it blew into my face many times.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of a doctor's point of view based on what I personally think about marijuana. And I'm sorry, I don't know the girl's name who's on there with you, but I agree with her about 95% about what she's saying compared to
Which
the other
is what?
guys. Which is, number one, marijuana, it may potentially have some effects on your reaction time. Outside of that, it has no bearing on your judgment or any bearing on your driving. So if you're a regular smoker, it is very much different than if you drink alcohol or on some other alternative substance.
But you just said that it impairs your ability. You just said yourself. that
Reaction time. As
Right.
if
That's what
your
driving
reaction
literally
time.
is.
that's not true.
One
Normally,
at a time.
That means if
One
somebody
at a time.
slams on their brakes in front of you and you're a half a second slower because you're high, that there's more of a chance
Yeah,
you're
but-
going to get in an
yeah, but
accident.
But if you're a regular smoker, you're going to compensate for that. You're going to be more fair.
So if you're a regular, Dr. J,
So why do they?
Dr.
So why do they have
J,
these laws in Colorado about driving while
And
They
high?
haven't
Dr.
figured it out yet.
I'm not advising driving while high. I would never advise
Right.
it. However, I will say that the government does need to regulate this. From
That's
a
what I
federal
said
point of view.
exactly. As long as it's regulated and controlled, then I'm totally for it. It doesn't bother
But
me
here's,
what
here's,
people do.
here's what I want to say about marijuana. It is
Go
the
for
most
it.
benign substance that is currently out there in the United States right now. You're injuring yourself far more by drinking a bottle of beer
Or even smoking a cigarette.
Dr.
Yeah.
J, I got to cut you off. We're coming to the show. Thank you for your call, Dr. J. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good to hear from you.
I want to tell everybody my quote of the day.
Yeah,
Since
I like
Esty
that- I
made
like
me
that
go
he
to the
agreed with
end
me.
of the show. Esty, listen to this. We
Okay.
are all soldiers of God. A true soldier fights not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves what's behind him.
Aw.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's great.
Let me tell you my funny joke quickly, okay? Me and Linda went shopping for some batteries, and we went to this electronics section of the store, and they didn't want to help her. You know how it is with these big stores; they don't want to help you. So I had a great idea. I went to another section of the store, and I took a tape measure, and I went over to this big 60+ inch screen TV. I started measuring it up and down. Quickly, a clerk runs over to me. He says, "May I help you?" Breathlessly, he says to me. I said, "Yeah, can I buy these batteries?" Because he thought I was buying the big battery. Everybody, I want to thank all my sponsors: China Glot, Orchidia, Soul Fusion, Green Line Building Solutions, of course. I want to thank Tehila Tishla, which I love you very, very much.
Look up Kohlberg's morality level to see which level you're on, how you get to a higher level.
And I want to, of course, Shamula Jewelers, you've all been wonderful sponsors. Don't forget to go to China Glot. Everybody, go online and watch my video, Me Against Dirty. And don't forget, September 13th, come out to the primaries. Vote for me, Heshy Tishla, district leader of the 48th district. Thank you, everybody. Here we go, and we'll see you next Monday at 9 o'clock with Shulam Dean, our special guest.
Do you want someone who makes your voices heard, who understands and listens to your every word? Someone who can advocate for your community, someone who believes in equal opportunity.
Uncle Heshy, Uncle Heshy, Uncle.
Vote for Flappy Squirrel and Uncle Heshy.